Hey guys, first of all I want to remind you that life is beautiful and please smile. That's your entrance ticket for today's lesson. I'm sorry I did not put the correct link yesterday to our current article, but now I fixed it, so right now if you go below this video you will find the correct link to our current article. And those are free lessons for the thinking students who have at least basics of Russian. And we are working on the original Russian articles aimed at intelligent Russian native speakers. So, just be prepared. So, самые знаменитые долгожители России или какие секреты долголетия были на Руси. That's the article that we started working. So, the most famous long-living people in Russia, or which secret of longevity were in Russia. So if you want more detailed analysis of this title and the beginning of the article, just get to the previous lesson. But actually, if you are here, just remain here because I'm going to give a little background. So they're asking here, look, first of all, we got up to here, up to the word добродушие. You can open the link below this video, you will see it. It's the first paragraph. You remember what добродушие was? It was kindness. So they're asking this question, почему на Руси было много долгожителей? So why in Russia were a lot of long-lived people? And then we learned that one of the lots of scientists agree that one of the reasons is genetica. Can you see that? Let's just look at the screen. Genetica, genetics. Вторая, неплохая экологическая обстановка. So, неплохая, I would translate that as decent ecological surroundings. Неплохая basically means not bad. And the third reason, третья причина, здоровый образ жизни с точки зрения поддержания физической формы. That's more complicated. We talked about it yesterday. It was, you remember, образ жизни? It was lifestyle. So, healthy lifestyle. What was с точки зрения? Remember? С точки зрения was from the viewpoint. From the viewpoint of. And what was поддержание? Comes from поддержание, which means maintenance. And физическая форма means shape, physical shape. So, третья причина. Здоровый образ жизни с точки зрения поддержания физической формы. So the third reason is the healthy lifestyle from the viewpoint of maintenance of, like in Russian, physical form, but physical shape in English. Yeah, and then they said that our ancestors worked very hard. And also he says, the author says, оказывали влияние также и психологические настройки. So there were also psychological factors, psychological traits. Оптимистичность, like being optimistic, стрессоустойчивость. Remember from yesterday, стрессоустойчивость means the ability to bear stress, отзывчивость, responsiveness, и добродушие. Добродушие means kindness. So we stopped here the last time. Now let's continue. So now you kind of get the general line of thought of this beginning of this article. So and it goes like that. У наших предков не было телевизоров, радио и интернета. So, предков comes from предки and it means ancestors. So, our ancestors didn't have, you probably know this structure if you have at least basics, at least certain level in Russian, that you know that у someone не было. It means they didn't have. So, у наших предков, our ancestors, didn't have televisions, radio, and the internet. Им неоткуда было получать негативные новости, которые сегодня просто окатывают людей с головы до пят. Great expression. So неоткуда means from no place. You can underline. By the way, if you are a new student, these materials preferably should be printed so that you can underline things and you can write above that the meaning of the word. So неоткуда means from no place. And получать means get. Now the structure here differs from English. So им неоткуда было получать. Literally that would be to them. From no place. Actually неоткуда from no place was to get. That's directly. But in English that would be there was no place from where they could get. There was no place from where they could get. To them, there was no place. Today, from no place was to get. That's in Russian. Негативные новости. So новости means news. Которые сегодня просто окатывают людей. So окатывать means in this case. It means cover. Окатывать. Cover usually when you talk about some kind of a liquid. For example, the classic usage of that would be on окатил. So that's окатил, that's past tense. Он окатил его водой. It means basically he spilled water on him and he covered him, like some other person, with water. So окатывать means cover, basically. Cover, talking about something liquids, but here it talks about news. And с головы до пят is a great expression. You can underline с головы до пят in one color. And it means from the head to the toes or to the feet. From the head to the feet. Why? Because голова means head. Пят, пята, like in modern Russian that would be пятка, but that's an expression. It means a heel of your foot. So from head to the heels. Meaning all of them. So now please look how it all works together. Им неоткуда было получать негативные новости, которые сегодня просто окатывают людей с головы до пят. And it means they had no place to get negative news, which today simply cover people from head to the heels. You understand? Крестьяне не размышляли над глобальными проблемами, то есть не портили себе нервную систему, ожидая чего-то страшного и ужасного. Размышлять means to ponder, to think deeply about something. То есть means another word. Не портили comes from portить, which is spoil. Ожидая. Ожидать means to anticipate. In other context, it might also mean expect, but here actually both will work. But ожидая, you can underline it and you can write above anticipating. Страшного means scary, ужасного means terrible. So, крестьяне не размышляли над глобальными проблемами, то есть не портили себе нервную систему, ожидая чего-то страшного и ужасного. Peasants didn't ponder global problems. In other words, didn't spoil their nervous system. Like literally that didn't spoil to themselves, but in Russian you can say it like that. Didn't spoil to themselves nervous system, ожидая чего-то страшного и ужасного, anticipating something scary and terrible. So just when you use this word размышлять, yeah, размышляли, the infinitive would be размышлять, to ponder, and it is followed by nad, like above, but actually over. They didn't ponder over global problems. Yeah, so it always comes together. Okay, and then there is another headline. Особенности русской кухни и отсутствие миграции. Особенности русской кухни и отсутствие миграции. Особенности means characteristics. Characteristics. Кухня, in some cases it might mean kitchen, but in this case it's cuisine. So, и отсутствие means absence. Миграция, migration. So, особенности русской кухни и отсутствие миграции would be the characteristics, like the specifics, you might also say, of the Russian cuisine, and the absence of migration. Let's see what they are saying here. Питание у наших предков было достаточно однообразным, но в то же время достаточным для восполнения энергии. Питание means like nutrition, feeding, that's питание. Питаться means to feed yourself. So питание у наших предков means the feeding or the nutrition with our ancestors было достаточно однообразным. So достаточно in this case, it might mean several meaning. It means quite, in the sense of it's quite well. It's actually even better would be sufficiently. So please underline достаточно, and please write above that sufficiently. And однообразным means monotone. Yeah, monotonous. Однообразным. So однообразное, однообразный means monotonous. Но в то же время, it's a good expression, but at the same time. Достаточным means also sufficient. So достаточно, when you have all, that's adverbs, right? So достаточно means sufficiently, and достаточным, that's an adjective, it means sufficient. Для восполнения, so восполнение means renewal or refilling. Because, do you know what полный means? Полный means full. Yeah? So восполнение means refilling energy, or you could say also recharging, but refilling here will fit better with the Russian. So refilling of energy. So what are they saying here? Питание у наших предков было достаточно однообразным, но в то же время достаточным для восполнения энергии. Feeding with our ancestors was sufficiently monotonous, meaning quite monotonous. Но в то же время, but at the same time, sufficient for refilling of energy. Щи и каша – пища наша. Okay, so that's a proverb. Щи is a cabbage soup, and kasha, you know, it's porridge. So there is this proverb, щи и каша, пища наша. So щи and porridge, this cabbage soup and porridge, our food. Эту поговорку знают многие. Поговорка means proverb. So if you translate that literally, we'll translate that as this proverb, know a lot. But actually the subject of the sentence here is многие, meaning a lot of people. and the verb is знают. So, многие знают эту поговорку. That would be the English structure. And then a lot of people know this proverb. Еду готовили без контакта с огнем в русской печке. So you know what печка means. Печка means oven. Yeah, в русской печке, in the Russian oven. So it means, and готовить means prepare or cook in this case. So еду готовили. So just notice that there is no, it's a kind of an impersonal sentence. So there is no subject here. The subject is basically люди, like people, but it's not in the sentence. In Russian, that's acceptable. So еду готовили, food cooked. But like in the proper English, that would be people cooked the food, right? But the food cooked. And just notice that it's not passive. It's not that the food was cooked. It's not that. Like it's actually active. So еду готовили, like they cooked the food. Без контакта с огнем, without the contact with the fire. В русской печке, in the Russian oven. Продукты тушили, варили и пекли. При этом сохранялись все необходимые витамины и минералы. So again, that's an impersonal sentence. And again, in English, we would need to add a subject, like people or they. Тушили comes from тушить. It has several meanings, but here it means to stew vegetables. So, to stew products in this case. So like they, продукты тушили, we will translate that as they stewed the products. Варили means boiled. Пекли comes from печь. What is печь? It might mean oven, but as a verb, it means to bake. So when they say продукты тушили, варили и пекли, it means that they baked, boiled, and stewed the products. При этом сохранялись все необходимые витамины и минералы. So, при этом means along with that. Сохранялись means remained. Сохраняться. Сохранять means to keep something, to maintain something, but сохраняться means to remain. Необходимое means necessary. So, when they say при этом сохранялись все необходимые витамины и минералы, we would translate that as along with that, meaning along with those strategies of cooking. Along with that, remained all necessary vitamins and minerals. So again, I will read now this whole sentence. Продукты тушили, варили и пекли. При этом сохранялись все необходимые витамины и минералы. So they stewed, boiled, and baked the products. Along with that, remained all the necessary vitamins and minerals. Now, guys, I have my lesson soon with the student. By the way, if you want good quality Russian lessons that are really going to help you advance, contact me and I'll explain how it works. We will have to have a first free meeting without any obligation on your part. See how your Russian is going and how to advance you the best way. So, but now towards the end of the lesson, I'm going to read these lines for you that we have learned from this paragraph. Особенности русской кухни и отсутствие миграции. Питание у наших предков было достаточно однообразным, но в то же время достаточным для восполнения энергии. Щи и каша – пища наша. Эту поговорку знают многие. Еду готовили без контакта с огнем в русской печке. Продукты тушили, варили и пекли. При этом сохранялись все необходимые витамины и минералы. Okay guys, so thank you very much. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of good plans for the future. And meanwhile, have fun, spread good in the world, and keep smiling. Bye bye.